are having an intense rainstorm. I think like every day this week they're calling for it. And of course, the temperatures are like 95, 97. I feel like every August we get some storm that just floods and it comes down here and one of the sunflowers gets taken out. I don't know if this will be it or not. Crazy windy thunder and that lightning. So it's 6:42 right now, and I think it's supposed to be over by 7:15, hopefully. It's strange because I see a wire dangling here. Slightly see it. So I hope everybody stays safe and okay during this. I hope it's over soon. The bunny in the yard does not know where to go. Last night, I volunteered at my sister's church to bake for their festival, and we were making pasticcio, which takes meat sauce and it tastes delicious. So I've brought it home, and I have 2 large tomatoes from our garden, 3 small green peppers from the garden. I added some oregano, salt, pepper, garlic, and an onion. And I have 2 containers of these. I'm going to get rid of some of that fat first before I put it in there. And I have steamed some cauliflower. So I know we had meat sauce last week, but when we were finished, we had run out of noodles, but we had a little bit of meat sauce, and they gave it to me to take home, which was really nice. And this tastes wonderful, but I wanted to turn it more into how we have our spaghetti sauce versus pasticcio filling. The other day, I shared a haul from a church rummage sale that we went to, and by the church is an antique store. It's more of like a mall because it's got lots of different vendors. So this was a booth that caught my eye. It had beautiful monogrammed linens, all of these pin cushions. The items were arranged by color and by different categories. She had lots of jadeite. It was just really nice to browse through the things. And I will share with you what I got at this mall a little bit later in the video. I'm going to get started on this project. I have put it off for a little bit. I had enough to finish one apron, and then recently I've come across some more of these bread doilies. But the reason why I put finishing one off is because I couldn't decide if I wanted to sew or if I wanted to use fabric glue, because I have used the fabric glue and seen how it darkens and makes some fabric stiff, thin fabric. And this is thin, these are thin, but I think it's going to work. I'm going to start with these first, and I don't mind if it shows through on the back, because if I sewed, you'd still see the knots and things like that. But this is really thick. And then I'm thinking if I just go along the border and trace the back of bread, then you won't be able to see it. And I think I'm going to try and do the same thing here where I just go along the border. I've got my one apron drying. I didn't want it to stick when the glue kind of soaked through the back of the apron, so I just kind of kept lifting it. And I only wanted to just have to deal with one at a time. So I'm going to do the second apron when that's finished. And I'm a little out of breath because I was just working out. But I wanted to share with you my dried hydrangeas. And only one really withered up. So I have 5 out of the 6 that turned out. And some of those just look fabulous. And I hung them upside down, so they're all standing up very nicely. And here are the other 2. But I don't even think I had these hanging for 2 weeks. So the other ones I had them a little bit lower down. So I haven't gotten up to trim the stems, but I kind of like them sticking out a little bit more. And these are the ones from last year. So those seem a little droopy, so I'll probably replace them, but that one looks good. I think I'll keep that. And these are from last year, so I think I will replace them with the new. It's up high, so I can't get any higher. And these are 2 ornaments that I found at that antique store. They were in a big bag, and then inside the bag said $2 a piece. So I thought that was a good price. This one's got glass beads. It even has the little tag somewhere right there that says made in Japan. It's a nice shape. Nothing's broken. And then I found this, which has tarnished. So I wonder if that, well, tarnish, what would that have? Silver on it somehow? And I believe that this could be Victorian. Could be, don't know. But that was $2 too. So I was really happy to find those because I really like that aesthetic. And let's see, what else did I do? This is my dress form, and on it I'm putting some of the like Victorian pieces that I find. So these were the two little charms from that pin, and I just hooked them on the chain right there. And I've got like a couple other pieces that I think fit with that style and look. So my collection is growing. And then the other thing that I did, I was thinking about putting a pin on this, but honestly, this fabric might be so thin and fragile, I can't do that. And this is that little ribbon pin that I shared in my, where did I put? I think I put it in a vlog. It was a haul, but I put it at the beginning of a vlog. And down here I have this little frame, and I can just stick pins in it. So I put my thistle in there. I don't really see those being displayed like that. I just haven't found the time or the motivation to do something different with them. And it's just so easy to pin them into that area. And just my little cabinet of stuff with, you know, my collections. And then those, oh, I love these. A lot of people said they look like fireworks. I just have them leaning up here, but I'd like to do something with them as well. And I'd like to turn them into magnets, but also I don't want to take them apart. I really just like them how they are. So I wonder if I could, maybe I could clip them to that instead of poking through that. Let me see. So since they're just the clips, I just got that one to clip on. I tried to get this one on, but I don't think it's tight enough, and that's silk that's just so thin, so it was just sliding down. But I like that. I just like layering and layering and layering. And then when I look in here, I can just see all the stuff that I've collected. I really get to appreciate it all. This is where I put my little shaker. I did take the lid off. I don't really know what to put in there just yet, but this area has a little bit of the blue and the cobalt, so that's why I put it over here. And actually, I'm just realizing little organic flowers. Also at the antique store, I found a lot of these flea market and cottage magazines, and they were only $1. And the newsstand price on most of these, this one says $10.99, $11. So I got 13 magazines for $13. So pretty much for the cost of one, I got 13. And so this one I actually already have, and a friend had shared it with me. It was a really good magazine. I found it on eBay and was shipping. I'm pretty sure it came close to $15. So for all of these cost less than what I had paid for this one on eBay. So of course I picked it up because I thought maybe somebody would want it. It's just got some fabulous ideas and pictures in there. So let me share with you what I got. Flea market decor, country cottage. I don't think I have any of these, but I could be wrong. Ooh, look how pretty that one is. I picked up like 5 or 6, and I was like, oh, I did not get them all. I got close to taking them all, but I left a couple. I just think $1, like this was $10 to begin with. So these are flea market, home and living, flea market style. Some of these might not, that's from Better Homes and Gardens, okay. I was gonna say some of these might not even be around. I thought this was a really nice image. That's flea market decor, so there's 2 different. I think flea market decor is the one that has the fabulous Christmas magazine that I had shared. And I don't think that they make that one anymore. Flea market style, cottage style, 100 decorating ideas, that's Better Homes and Gardens, best of flea market, vintage collectibles, flea market, home and living. And then there was one that I know that I had. and it was a good one, but I already had it, so I didn't get it. So I was happy to find them, but that's a lot for me to go through now. These were my last finds at the antique mall. They are all sterling, and they were all originally marked $9, which is a good price for a candlestick, but then they were all reduced to $4, and that is a really good price. I've found them cheaper, but that's because I get lucky and people maybe don't know what they have. So there's some issues, but I'd like to put these out for Halloween, high, low, a nice little like collection of them. I think it makes a great display, and then moving into Thanksgiving as well with like the tarnish and the patina on them. So these two have a beaded style rim. We've got a plain one, and then this one has a little bit more detail. So let's see. I spent $16 for 4 when probably brand new. You couldn't even get one for $16. So this one is Alvin. I think I'll have the weighted bases. This one is, oh, that one, I don't know, but it has like a little horse. I definitely can't read those letters. That one is Hamilton. I don't think I've ever seen anything marked Hamilton. And this one should say the same as the other since they look, yeah. Can I read that one any better? Revere. I think that says Revere, R-E-V-E-R-E. I think it does. Yes, I believe that those say Revere. So I'm gonna stick those with my collection. I think I might have 4 others. So now we have 8, and I think they're all different sizes. And I'm excited to put them out, but I'm gonna wait at least a month. In a previous vlog, I shared that I was at a sale at a nun's house. It was, I think, a bunch of nuns who lived there and worked for a local school. And they were all gone now, and they were gonna sell the house. They had a lot of beautiful wood furniture and marble top tables. And I found a few treasures. I found some things in a free bin, and then my total came to $1.05. And they were teachers since they worked at a school, so they had a lot of school supplies. So there was a 10-cent box, and I picked up 2 pens that look new in the package. And obviously my mind is thinking about back to school and school supplies. My favorite type of eraser, and it's still flexible. A pencil sharpener. Those are just always useful to have. And then they had Christmas ornaments. This was the only vintage one, and the Christmas ornaments were 25 cents each, so I picked that one up. Then they had a box of keys, and they just said a handful for 50 cents, so I grabbed a handful. And I got this leather owl keychain, and then this leather one as well. I thought it had a real interesting hook on it. And then some of the keys are really cool too, so I will take those to school for sculptures. And then there's little ones here with a nice color, and then that tag is really cool. That I might keep that. Let's see, what do these look like? Interesting design. And I always thought, you know, if this works, it's always nice to have a little lock. Who knows for what? And then as I walked out, there were a couple little free boxes, and in it were more school supplies. So I did get some highlighters, gave them to my daughter to take to school, and then I just reached in and grabbed some pens and pencils for class. I didn't take everything. There was a nice leather bookmark that said Made in Italy, and a little mini stapler that has, what is this? A little angel token.